I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come out on top.
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide... it's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osial, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, also don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are not limited to, Storm Terror Dvalin and Fatui Harbinger Child.
Whoa...
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then? Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, it should... Alright, it should...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please...
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Come on, let's go sign up.
You? You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us.
See you in the arena. Watch out for my signature.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on just now, he's more than convinced me of his ability. So come on, we all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate?
All right. Let me think how to You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but, you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beto works.
Guess who's back?
You won't persuade her
Becky
otherwise.
again. Guess he's
Besides,
back.
at your level, you
Back
would've made it to
again.
the semifinals anyway.
Guess who's back? Guess
To be
who's
fair-
back?
All
Guess
right,
who's
I'm
back?
gonna watch some more
Guess
of the
who's
tournament.
back?
If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and
Du
what they're
spielst
about.
jetzt ganz Genshin, ne? Genshin.
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this
Bam,
tournament.
bam,
Your opponent has
bam,
fought many rounds to
bam,
get to the
bam,
semifinals.
bam, bam,
This
bam,
makes him
bam.
may
Es
well
geht
be
nach
stronger than him.
dem Express
This should
Regional.
not give you cause to
Das
lower
hat
your
uns
guard.
die Leute schon du Martin sagen moin.
Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take...
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the Dark. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna lose.
Okay, follow.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, if you had a vision, you
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine? I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strong. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the enough.
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard, so don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment. But before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent, still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingsheng clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite— Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my schedule— I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So
Oh, alright then.
Thanks, I'll do—
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly, I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. And it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable skill. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beidou did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to— As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious— What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma—
yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the—
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never—
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. Come with me.
Maybe we can go talk to Beidou. Surely she's got—
Kazuha's had his eye on you from the— If you've got anything to ask him.
Now that we're alone, let me cut. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your to think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
hey, stop evaluating us based on...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair... Now then.
I will have order. Solidify!
Brace yourselves. Think you can get away? Ring cutter.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach, even with your opponent's speed. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to... He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his... In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attack... Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking... The world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connect?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the god, and what influences the god's decision to... My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably, sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, Supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro Archon now doubt these criteria? Not to mention, with no new Electro visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what other Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the time.
Oh, right! We got so distracted.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the... We've seen many exciting battles today. Now, I'd like to introduce... He strikes fear into the heart of Osile.
Wow!
I'm sure everyone... But today's final round... As for our other combat... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't...
Wait a moment. Something doesn't... Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal?
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand is not a... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can...
It's my fault that the vision is missing. Though Captain Beidou says she doesn't...
Word is, the prize has been stolen, and that the...
Who would dare steal?
I was really looking... The vision was stolen? And in broad daylight, too.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
No escape. You can't run from death.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Yoo-hoo!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still...
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
Wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate...
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, in other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters.
Aha! So you were...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me. After all I went through to get it? I think not. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and it seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need...
I never would have If this is where talking gets me, then forget it.
No, my sword!
Yeah. No, no. Do what you want, but...
Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No.
Huh? Paimon doesn't...
I take no pleasure when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest strength will appear.
Du, ich muss sagen, eigentlich beim Strommuster bei mir jetzt ist das mit dem Nettern eigentlich voll geil, die Kantine.
I wanted to know whether it were possible
Die Kantine da beim
for
Strom ist
distinguished
eigentlich
agent
voll
to be
geil.
reawakened. From the
Morgens zur
moment you
ersten
stole the
Pause,
vision,
denkst du,
I
gibt es
decided
halt
to
belegte
use him for
Brötchen
this.
oder so,
I've tried
zu
many other
halt nicht so
methods, though
teurem
few
Preis,
tales
auf jeden Fall
tell
billiger
after
als
seeing you
belegte
command
Brötchen beim Bäcker
multiple
und so.
elements, I figured that nothing
Das
is impossible.
viele verschiedene. Es gibt halt so normale
Come,
Dings da, dann gibt
why
es noch
don't
so
you give it a
fancy,
try?
fancy
Let's see
Dings
if
da.
you
Einer
can
aus
do
meiner
Ah,
Gruppe jetzt hat sich heute so
I
ein
see.
Schnitzelbrötchen besorgt.
So, no matter. This was expected.
Und die das
suppose this
Mittagessen dort
vision
ist
is
eigentlich
still
auch
mine
ganz
to
schön
take for
preiswert, ne?
now.
3,75 ein ganzes Mittagessen plus kostenlosen Getränk dazu, ne? Und halt Nachtisch und man kann sich auch Nachschlag holen, wenn man möchte. Also voll nice da. Und gestern halt zum ersten Tag haben wir nicht in der Kantine gegessen, da haben wir irgendwie in dem Seminar